Does your 986 struggle to idle with poor fuel economy and poor engine performance? Are there check engine lights related to the oxygen sensors? If you've determined that the engine is mechanically healthy and there's no issues with the intake or fuel system, chances are it's your oxygen sensors. I'm Damien from Pelican Parts, and I'm going to show you how to change these out on your 986. With the Boxster having a flat 6 engine, that means there's 2 banks of 3 cylinders. That also means, in total, there's 4 oxygen sensors. 1 pre-cat for each side and 1 post-cat. These are probably the simplest oxygen sensors there are to replace since they're easily accessible, and all you really need is a 22mm oxygen sensor socket and a torque wrench. One thing I can't stress enough is proper diagnosis, because the fault you're going to get from the oxygen sensors could indicate there is an actual issue with the fuel mixture, either a vacuum leak in the intake system or a leaking injector, or they're faulty codes that are actually the result of a failed sensor. These sensors are super fragile, so they're really susceptible to damage either by twisting the wires around, dropping them on the ground if you remove them, contaminated with oil, dirt, water. Believe it or not, oxygen sensors are a wear item because of the harsh environments they live in. They see really high heat, and over time, we're talking thousands and thousands and thousands of miles. They do give false readings or just completely fail.
Once you have the car lifted off the ground safely with your tools in hand, take a lay of the land. Here you can see the catalyst, the pre-cat O2 sensor, and post-cat O2 sensor. Follow the wiring lead of the pre-cat sensor to the electrical connector. Depress the locking tab and pull the connector straight down. You should never attempt to remove any oxygen sensor before disconnecting it, as you risk damaging the wiring, especially if you're going to reuse the sensor. Do the same for the post-cat sensor. Since this connector is harder to reach by hand, long needle nose pliers made easy work of undoing the connection. With your 22mm oxygen sensor socket on a long-handled 3/8 drive ratchet, loosen both sensors from the exhaust manifold. Depending on age and condition, you can use a squirt or 2 of penetrating oil to help break down any corrosion that could make removing these difficult. Once both are broken loose, remove them completely. If these are sensors you're reusing, make sure to spin the wiring harness as you turn the sensor to avoid damaging the wiring. Also ensure the threads on the new sensors and bungs on your exhaust manifold are intact with no damage. The new sensors have the ends protected by a plastic cap. Due to the sensitive nature of the internal components, it's best to keep these on right up until installation. If needed, you can get a thread chaser made for oxygen sensor bungs that is M18 by 1.5 thread pitch to make sure you can thread the sensors in all the way by hand, right down to the crush washer. You will also notice that the threads have a dab of anti-seize pre-applied. Make sure that does not contact the end of the sensors in any way. As that could damage the sensor and lead to many headaches down the road in the forms of fake check engine lights. After both sensors are threaded in by hand, grab your torque wrench, set it to 50 Newton meters, and torque both sensors down. If you're reusing the old sensors, torque them down to 30 Newton meters since the crush seal is already compressed. Route the wiring of the sensors through the retainers on the engine and reconnect both sensors, ensuring the locking tab has engaged with an audible click. Repeat the same exact process on the opposite side of the engine and you're good to go.
If you want to learn more about working on your Porsche, come find us at pelicanparts.com.